What's up, you guys, man? We back here with another one, y'all. I'm with my first producer, man, y'all. Hey, if you haven't already, man, I need you guys to go ahead and like, subscribe for me. I'm gonna let my boy introduce himself and tell him where to find you and everything.
What up? I'm HitKidd, you know what I'm saying? Just type that in, make sure you spell it correctly. HitKidd, don't put no spaces, no double T's, man. HitKidd, you know, most of everybody be spelling it wrong, so I had to let it be known.
Most definitely. So where you get into producing it? Like, where it all start for you?
Basically, I kind of grew up like I was born into music, but
okay.
As far as like doing it on my own, you know what I'm saying? Ventured off and doing it on my own. It's probably like 14, 15 years old. So, my neighbor's brother had like the program FL Studio, so we kind of like seen his brother like on it. So, and I had already kind of been into music, so I was like, that's my way of like getting it on my own and start doing my own, like make my own beats and whatnot.
Okay. So how long you been taking it serious? You was like
that soon as I was able to make beats.
Able to make beats. And
the time we was making beats on FL, man, I would go back home. Burn my beats on the CD.
Most definitely.
Bring it back to my neighbor crib because they had like a stereo in the front.
Okay.
And we used to, play each other beats and went from there.
Most definitely. And actually, man, I've been watching you, bro. You growing, bro. Bro, I see you, dude, man. You did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I see you with you did the set the tone. So like you put that together, or they like?
No, I put it together.
You put it together? So damn. So what made you put all them together?
They was at a show. We all did a show together. Like I think I was a special guest, and they were performing. It was a lot of people performing. It was probably like 10 performances, if I'm not mistaken. And I was noticing like all the girls that perform better than the dudes. Dang. And this is something that I had always wanted to do was to put it like a lot of girls like in Memphis on the song, or just make a play with them. And kind of like even the playing field, or just build a better infrastructure as far as like artists there are women like in Memphis, and show that we can do things on the bigger scale other than like Texas and LA, where a lot of women artists are primarily huge in. So some of them knew each other, like Gloss and Glow. They best friends, so they knew each other. Slime didn't know nobody like that. She probably knew of everybody, but just about everybody. Aliza, I think, knew of everybody, but she didn't really hang around nobody. Carbon was on her own. She didn't really know nobody. Okay. And I told him, like, I put him to the side, talked to him to the side, and was like, hey, I'm gonna get you and the other girl, like I think I tell the Slime, like, hey, I'm gonna hit y'all up, like when I get back from LA, I'm gonna put y'all in the studio, I'm gonna get a studio session, and we just gonna make like a song or two, and see what happened with it. And when I got the session, we only did like one song, that was Set the Tone.
Okay. So you the one came back and did Set the Tone too as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they came out to like the project, it wasn't like the idea to do Set the Tone too, and put it out individually. We just put it with the EP because it made sense. He just wanted to put like a little collection of songs together that we would, that we all did. I just picked a couple beats and worked the move with that. Just came up with a cool art direction as far as the cover. Okay. I directed all the videos, and I just put everything together. They did their job as far as like being punctual when I need them to. Okay. And giving me the chance to lead them. And they believe in me for that, so
definitely. And they got an album coming out. You produced the whole album?
Oh, we still working on it. So
okay, most definitely.
I don't want it to be all produced by me. So I want to have some different sounds in there, but it needs to mesh well. Like I want to sound like an experience verbatim. So from the top to the bottom, you can listen from the top to the bottom. Like don't listen to it on shuffle. Okay. And all the songs need to sound like they can stand alone on their own. So all the songs need to sound like they can be dropped at the same.
Definitely. So for upcoming producers, anybody out there that's probably watching, like, what's some advice you would give them?
Find your own, get your own sound. Like you study the people that you are inspired by or look up to. Learn from them, even the good and the bad. Learn from them. The artists you want to work with, learn from them. Even the people you wouldn't expect to be inspired by. Like, you can learn from anybody. Okay. You can learn from a positive situation, negative situation, and then find you a couple of artists where you guys can mesh and grow together. Okay. That's probably the two things I was definitely saying. And don't take, just, you know, don't give up. Not trying to sound cliche, but okay. But do realize some stuff just don't work. Some things just don't work at that time. Some things just don't work at all, and some things do work. So you kind of make sure you measuring like what's going on around you. Don't just think it is what it is, or nah, it could be better, or something like that.
Most definitely. So who inspired you? Like you got a producer you look up to? You know?
My pops definitely. But I already say my pops to, you know, that's my dad. That's but your dad. Like Juicy J, DJ Paul, really all the producers out of Memphis, but primarily it was like DJ Paul and Juicy J, because that's who I grew up listening to besides my dad. Okay. And you know, probably like when I first started making beats, like when I was able to make beats, that would be like Lex Luger, Southside.
Definitely.
That was like the two guys, like the only two guys I listened to at that time. Then when Metro came out, he was a little more around my age, so it was a better look for me. Okay. Like I could do it too. And I'm seeing him grow, and I'm kind of progressing too. So that was a good person to be inspired by. But yeah, just about every Memphis producer. Obviously my homies too. Like
you got a circle? Y'all all do it?
No, it's not like I got a circle, but it's just people out in. We've been producing for a long time. You know, like D-Mac, HitKidd.
Okay.
My homie Beat Ninja, Ninja man, just paid. It's a lot of people that we was making beats like in 2012. Some months before that, and you know, we was the only like wave producer besides the people who was already on the radio. Yeah, Swag, young Swag,
okay,
T-Head, Ayo, man, everybody. But they was a little bit older than us, so that was already kind of being in the clubs and stuff. For like me, HitKidd, D-Mac, we was like, you know, we were still working with our homies in our age group. So
for sure. So collabing wise, is it a favorite project, you know, like you to have with just somebody, you know? Somebody that stood out to you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That, you know.
I don't really feel like I just had a project where it was. I really feel like it was legit. I would say Clay's project. Man, what project was that?
What's it? Clay.
Crucial.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's probably like the project with 30 minutes on. I'm really going blank on that. But the time we did a documentary with this project, we went from LA to New York. We did some little other stuff, like we had to go to the field to take train rides, man, train all type of flight, Frontier, Spirit. I'm like, hey, I ain't doing this no more. Like doing the Frontier and Spirit, but that was a cool little thing. Like overall, like that's why I feel like that was the best collaborative project. Because I remember like every song being made, and it felt good, like making it and looking back on it, like it feel like it's become nostalgic when I look at the videos.
Understand.
Or when I listen to the songs, I think about the videos, like the little the clips and stuff that were made as we were making the song. So it's like the best collaborative project. Set the Tone EP was like the fastest, most efficient project that happened, because we did all them songs in one day. Even though I had to go back and like get stuff tightened up, nevertheless we recorded all the songs in one day. Like Trade Nation, you know, shout out to Trade Boy and For You, really, like out of M. But really, anywhere I can get anywhere I can work.
Okay, most definitely. So, you grew up in Memphis, right? Shit, how was it growing up for you?
It was cool. It was really regular to me. I wouldn't say it was regular to me, but I did grow up like in the South Memphis, and in the Oak Haven area. Like I stayed in South Memphis for about 8 years, and then moved to Oak Haven. And then was going back and forth from like Oak Haven to South Memphis until I got a little older. And I just stayed at Oak Haven, where I you know, I was stationed there because I wasn't spending night at my grandma's house no more.
Okay.
It wasn't, you know, at the time it felt normal, but it was like staying in the house with your cousins. You know, we all stayed in the same house. We stayed in South Memphis. Then as we got older, people started getting different houses.
Yeah.
And man, I was a regular kid. I went out in the streets and nothing like that. Okay. Like growing up, I ain't do nothing bad. I went stupid. I barely got suspended. Barely got in trouble. I mean, didn't nobody play me wherever I went. I stood on all 10 wherever I went. So, you know, there is that. And growing up where I grew up in, kind of installed like a certain thing about me, like, you know, like a certain niche. Like, I got tough skin, especially how I was raised, like with my parents.
Yeah.
I could have easily, like where I was at, could have easily been took into the streets and been selling drugs or doing whatever.
Most definitely. So with producing, do you produce a lot of Memphis, or you get Arkansas, you know, a lot of surrounding areas?
Yeah, it don't really matter to me. I would primarily, right now, I'm trying to build a better infrastructure for Memphis. So obviously I want to be working with the artists from Memphis right now, but then on the side, so I just don't want to get too oversaturated. Okay. Which is why I just want to primarily focus on Memphis and, you know, bigger artists that I always want to work with. But here and there, I'm working with you know, anybody that I see creatively I can work with.
Definitely. Hey, but y'all, I'm here with my boy HitKidd, man. Y'all ever need a producer in Memphis? Y'all get here, my boy, y'all. We out of here, man.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Put him behind a hashtag, thinking that I like, I'm trying to find out where his stash is. Y'all know what the fuck going on?
Whole lot of glitter gang shit.
Glorilla, bitch. A-L-E-Z-A. Hey, Kobe. Fuck y'all.
Hey, they got us fucked up.
Bitches got me fucked up.
Niggas got me fucked up too.
Oh, bitch.
I smoke until my eyes close. My eyes closed. I smoke until my eyes closed. But my mama asked if he okay. I'm lying if I said I'm straight. I'm stressing every breath I take. I'm flying if I said I'm late. Done. Never said I'm